down nice and easy. Do a little tune here that Eric wrote. It's called Tears of Joy. And it goes like this.
Hey, you guys, thanks so much for coming down here tonight. And those last two songs that we played, if I could just get your attention for a couple of minutes. Atención, por favor. Those last two songs that we played, they're mine and Alicia's own songs. We wrote them together, Tightrope and Kindness, Love, and Understanding. And this next song is called Tears of Joy, and I was inspired to write it the night that I heard B.B. King passed away, and it's kind of turned into a song about there's a lot of other characters other than B.B. in it, but it's mostly about a song about people prevailing against odds. It's mostly about people prevailing against odds and never giving up and coming out ahead on the other end. And that's pretty much what this whole record is about and what our band is about right now. If you get the CD, you can read the liner notes and find out a bit about that. I'd also like to tell you that the person who let me know that B.B. passed away was Nathan James. He texted me at about midnight. And I was getting ready to go to bed. I'm going, who is texting me at midnight? But I could not think of anybody else that I would have rather have heard that from, because Nathan means so much to me. He's a huge inspiration to me. He's one of the most talented, soulful, and natural musicians I know. And he's the person that recorded this new record for us. He plays on it, he sings on it. He's here tonight. He's going to be coming up to play with us in a little while. Little T-Bird Taryn Donath playing the piano and singing. We met Taryn in about 1993 when she was 14 or 15 years old, and her parents used to have to drive her to the gigs, and they would sit there through the whole 4-hour gig until 1:30 in the morning and then take her home. And a lot of these songs we just learned a week before we recorded them, because they were mine and Alicia's. No one else even heard them before, and I was listening to the recordings, and Taryn played them like she played her whole life. No, I listen to the record, and I go, man, listen to Taryn, she's so beautiful. And there's two great bass players on the record. One of them is Joey Jazuski, who couldn't be here tonight. But another one is the great acoustic bass player, Art Kratz. Me and Art met each other playing together as sideman for a harmonica player up in Long Beach in about 1996. And it's been my fortune. It's 20 years ago, 19 years ago, I know. We both had a whole lot less gray hair then. And it's been my pleasure and privilege and honor and fortune to have Art playing with us all along, man, ever since. He sounds great on the record. Marcus P. Bayshore back here on the Radio Kings. Me and Marcus and Johnny all met together in 1982 in the King Biscuit Blues Band. 33 years, man. Johnny View, the soul man of the tenor saxophone, the baritone saxophone, the bongos, the maracas, the vibra-slaps. Johnny got me straight on a lot of stuff about music, man, over a lot of years. He didn't think I listened to him, but I did. Also, he just stepped down for this song with the great Dave. Dave, come on up here, man. Come on up, Dave Castledior. He just stepped off for this song. But I'm going to tell you that, come on up, man. About 15 years ago, Johnny was in a battle of the saxophones in Balboa Park. There were 6 saxophone players, and he asked me to come down and play guitar with him on a song. And Dave was in that same battle. And I heard him play Blue Monk by Thelonious Monk. And I said, that's the guy, man. We got to get that guy on board. And fortunately, Dave has been playing with us ever since. He's got the first saxophone solo on our record, man. Dave Casadeiaro. It's always been one of my dreams to play with a piano player and an organ player in the same band. I never would admit it in my blues environment, but I grew up in Asbury Park, New Jersey with the E Street Band, and they always had a piano and an organ, and I just always loved that sound together. And one night, this past February, Alicia and I went down to Humphreys to see our friends Missy Anderson and Heida Anderson. And they had this guy play an organ with them. I never saw him before. I never heard about him before. I didn't know what his name was. I didn't know where he was from. But I said, Alicia, if we ever make a record, that's the guy we gotta have on our record. I heard about 3 or 4 songs that I knew. Raphael Sammon, man. And man, he brought so much to that record. Thank you, brother. And of course, last but not least, I ain't crying, but just let me tell you this, that I always love the way Alicia sings, man. Me and Alicia have been knowing each other since 1982, and whenever I need a singer, I try to talk her into it, but she goes, no, I don't need all that. I'm just happy singing in the shower. But around 2000, she finally relented and gave up, and I always really liked the way she sang, and I always thought that the way she sang fitted the way that I played. We're both very understated. You know, she's not a Janis Joplin and I'm not a Stevie Ray Vaughan. But I gotta tell you that listening to her on the new record we made, I fell in love with her voice. Like never before. She sings this song, this slow minor blues that we'll play a little later called Elevator to the Gallows. And I go, wow, Alicia. If every guy out there gets the same feeling that I do, we'll be rich and famous. I don't think it's going to happen, but man, thank you, Alicia. You guys, so many of you guys been, you know, supporting our music for so many years, and it's kind of like a family. And, you know, the love from all of you is not taken for granted either. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing this with us tonight. It means everything. It's called Tears of Joy.